Hi guys, it's Sam here with Bargain Hunting Blonde, and today I am bringing to you a vintage reveal. So the bag is actually in this Monsieur Gabriel dust bag, which I just happen to have floating around. It is not Monsieur Gabriel. If you want to take a guess, just kind of based on the shape, what you think it might be below, please let me know. Pause the video, guess. But I don't think most of you will get it because I have not been talking about it a lot. I've just kind of been watching them on eBay, if that helps you at all, gives you a hint, and been seeing the prices, and just it's hard to find them popping up honestly in this color, so that might give it away. But without further ado, let me show you my new to me vintage Chanel flap bag. This is in a light pink lambskin with the plated gold hardware, and you guys can kind of see some of the wear, so I'm going to kind of go over that as well. But I have been hunting for this bag in this colorway. If any of you have been watching everything that's going on with Chanel and how that's affecting the pre-loved market, classic flaps have gone up and up and up. I remember looking at them 2 years ago, this vintage and this wear, and they would be really cheap, like around $1,000. And I have seen worse wear on a light pink lambskin bag go for like $5,000, which is insane. And I understand that this is the medium classic. So the medium classic flap has gotten really expensive. But these bags do need a little love in TLC, so it's kind of like, wow, do I really want to pay $5,000 to then have to send it onto leather surgeon, which is what I will be doing with this bag, to have it spruced up, and it's kind of like, no, I really don't want to be doing that. So I did get this bag for a really good price from a Japanese reseller, which I have talked about in my other eBay videos. I really trust them. I really like purchasing from them, and then when I do get in the bag, I use Real Authentication, which I have linked down below, and I send them pictures and they tell me if the bag is authentic or not, and I really appreciate them. They're super fast. If a picture's not clear, they ask you for another one. They're just really great, and this is not at all sponsored by them. I just use their services a lot and have found them to be the best of the authentication services personally. So let's dive in more to like the wear and tear on this bag, and kind of, you know, you guys know about the medium flap, but we can go over the different basic parts of it. And I wanted to tell you guys the measurements before we go anywhere. So the length of the bag is 9.75 inches. The height is 6.5 inches. The width is 2.5 inches. And then the strap drop goes from, if it's doubled up, 9.5 inches, and single is 17 inches. So just like the current medium flap, this is a little short to be wearing crossbody. I still will do it, and I know people do. It's definitely like a style thing. Some people are like, oh, it's way too short. I kind of think it's fun, but I will say I do mainly wear this either double strapped or as a single shoulder strap. So like I did say, and you can see it on here, there is a hallmark on the CCs. It is 24 karat plated, which Chanel no longer does, even though their prices keep going up and up. Their quality has been going down. As you guys can kind of see, let me see, I'm trying to think of the best way. Because of it being lambskin and this hardware, it does kind of sink a little bit right there. I think you guys can see that. So when I do send it to leather surgeons, I will be asking if they can kind of restructure it a little bit. They have done that for my other bags before. I will have to see if that's something they can do with this vintage lambskin. Where you see the wear on this bag, for me, is going to be the corners of the flap and the back. So let me show you the corners of the flap. You will see right there that they have lost some color, and you can kind of see when I've got it tilted this angle, just kind of the wear a little bit on the lambskin. The lambskin is beautifully soft, like probably the softest lambskin I think I've ever touched on a Chanel bag, and I really love that. So I know leather surgeons will do a good job when they restore it, and it'll still feel like a nice lambskin bag, which I appreciate. The hardware, like I said to you guys, is just in amazing condition, which is really shocking to me for the age of this bag. This bag is around 1991, 1992, based on its date code, so it's a pretty old bag. The bag and I are the same age, so we are getting very close to 30. There is also, here is where you're gonna see, at least for me, a lot of the wear, and I would assume it's from rubbing up on someone's pants on this back pocket. Do you guys see? Yeah, you can see that. It is definitely worn right there. I think leather surgeons will do a really good job touching that up. As you can see on the back, the quilts have lost some puffing in them. I have, for some reason, never cared about that. How puffy the quilts are does not bother me at all. I know some people that's a really big deal. For me, it is not. The interior of the bag is actually in really good condition. Of course, you are gonna see some wear right here on the bag from the strap. That happens on all Chanel bags just because of how they are made. Sorry, gotta take out some of my stuffing that I've got going on in here. The inside is like really, really clean, which I think is really cool. It is very clean, as you guys can see. Chanel, I think this one says on the front, yes, this one is a made in France piece. The older pieces a lot of times are, and where it says that, I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see it. It's right there. See the little made in France right there? It'll focus. That is one of the ways you can tell how old the bag is a lot of the newer bags, the made in is underneath the Chanel, and it is not on the older bags. I'm not gonna be able to get in here to show you guys the date code, but you guys can see, I don't know if you can see that it's in there. It is very clean on the interior, which was great. So when I send this to leather surgeons, I will, of course, defer to them. They are the geniuses who know exactly what to do with these bags and how to restore them to just be absolutely beautiful. But I think one of the things I'll lean away from doing, if they suggest it, is replating the hardware. The hardware is just in such good condition, which is just shocking to me. I do think what is going to mainly happen to this bag is some restructuring, and the outside does need to be made into like one even color just because it's an old bag and it does have wear and tear for lambskin. But honestly, like, if you were very Parisian and very French, you would just carry this bag as is. I love looking at the pictures on Pinterest and on Instagram of people who are like live in Paris and have that very Parisian vibe, and they just like wear their bags, like they wear them. And that's actually really funny how my grandma is. So I bought my grandma for a couple Christmases ago, she really wanted a Monsieur Gabriel tote in their vegetable leather, so I got her one, and she wears it, and she has put it down on oil, it has been spilt on, and it has actually aged beautifully, like beautifully. And so I wish I could do that, but I just like can't. So this will be going to leather surgeons, which I'm totally okay with, and I love the color. I really wanted this older pink color. I know they've come out with a lot of pastel flaps recently, which are beautiful, but guys, I cannot pay the cost of the new flaps. The price has gotten ridiculous, and if you guys have seen one of my more recent videos, there is rumors spring summer is going to be having another increase, and I'm like, guys, like, listen, no, we are done with the increases. So I will be sticking to vintage flaps. I do foresee that the vintage flap market will go up again. I'm hoping all in with everything. When I have this bag redone, I'll be looking into the $2,250, $2,500 range, depending on how much it costs to have the work done for her. I think totally worth it. I just love vintage bags, and I really wish you guys could feel this. Like, it is amazing. Also, one of the things I find very interesting about these bags is just like how well the vintage Chanel quilting survives. Not the puffiness, but the actual like stitching. So like, look at the bottom of this bag. Like, the stitching is like perfect, and it's still white. It just like blows my mind. Like, I mean, it's a light pink, but it basically looks white. So really cool, really excited to find this. I'm a hunter of the colored flaps, the vintage colored flaps, which is really difficult to find. I'm still looking for a navy and a red and a good price point. I have thought of getting a black classic lambskin flap, and I might eventually, but I do have my black Diana. I have a black flap bag from Chanel that is vintage, that is before they started doing this like turn lock. I have a black jumbo, so I'm like, do I really need a black medium lambskin? Probably not, but red and navy are colors that I'm really looking for this bag. And I also just keep my eyes open. It's really hard to find. I think I was looking for a pink one for like a year, in the price, like I said, in the price range I wanted. Like, I could buy one at $5,000 that was the exact same condition as this, but that was not happening. So thank you so much for tuning in today, guys. If you want to see how I style my bags, please make sure to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and my blog, all of which are linked down below. If you like this video, if you like this bag, let me know down below. Please give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe and notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video, which is twice a week. Thank you so much for tuning in today, guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.